SMMA, it's on easy mode right now. We made $5,500 today. It's Tuesday. Yesterday we did 4,500. Last week we did like 13.7, almost 14K. And it's not even just me. I put one of my boys onto this new method that I've kind of found, and he signed 2 new clients the same day. Got like, I think 3 to 5K new cash from it, which was awesome. So if you already have an agency, this is 100% something that you need to try out. And if you don't have an agency yet, you've been thinking of starting one, start an agency right now. It's not going to be this easy again for a while. Because essentially what happened is, and what I'll show you in today's video, is SMMA oversaturated itself to the point where it's so easy to stand out if you know what you're doing, to where it's much cheaper to acquire clients, so that it's so much easier to keep clients and have them stay with you for longer than it's ever been before. So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna give you the rundown of what I've been doing to make more with my agency lately, and let's jump into it. All right, just getting straight into the proof. Today, 5.5K, yesterday 4.5K. Let's take a look at last week. Some of the days 4,250, 2K, 2K. I mean, you guys get the point. It's very consistent money coming through with the agency now that it's so much easier than it used to be. And I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, it's darker. My setter actually ended up booking me on hella demos. So it's not outside, but I'm gonna get the video out for you guys. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. But before I kind of show you what I've been doing, you need to understand why it works now. And in order to understand that, we need to take a look at what used to be working. So what was working beforehand was you would get an Alex Hormozy offer, and you'd pair it with some Emon style editing, and then push as much ad spend as possible, and people would click on it because you had an irresistible offer, right? Something along the lines of, only pay after I make you a bunch of money, or I work for free, and then I give you $10,000 for wasting your time if it doesn't go well. Something stupid that no one's actually going to be able to do, and then throw an AI in there just to get some extra clicks. Doesn't work anymore. Same thing applied with cold calling. Hey, I sound exactly like every single person using that Thomas Connick cold calling script. Guess what? After everyone does it, it's not going to work anymore. That used to make it easier, does not make it easier at all. It also brings in way lower quality prospects. And like, I thought this stuff was going to work forever. It is what 100% I used to do. So I'm going to play an ad on the side of the screen right now. Let me go ahead and pull it up. What is the biggest problem with most roofing leads?
Low quality, right? Like most leads are shared.
The homeowner doesn't even need a new
And
roof.
you can see that I was dopamine maxing my clients as much as I could. And what ended up happening, and same thing with cold calling, I was trying to trick them with these crazy offers. And when clients see that now, it's like, okay, why does this kid who looks like everyone else trying to trick me into liking his product? Is it not actually good? And when it worked at first, it doesn't anymore. They still do work, don't get me wrong. Like, you'll still be able to make like whatever, 5 to 10 grand a month eventually. But if you want to scale and have it be way easier, you got to do it the new way, guys. We got to get out of the red ocean with everybody doing the exact same thing, exact same ad that they stole from Ads Library with the same editing, and do something different. So how are we going to stand out? When you look at ads, when you look at marketing, everything's a leading indicator of something else. So I took a look at this video from Sander Stage that said a raw reality of making 500K a month. If you've been in the online business space, you know how influential this video was, because it was the first video of showing the upsides and the downsides of making a lot of money at a young age. Oh, I don't have YouTube Premium on this account. Of making a lot of money at a really young age. And so 1 billion people watched it, and a lot more people trusted him because of that. And he actually got a lot more program sales because of it, because he wasn't being as needy. He was just kind of showing it, and then people loved it because it was a lot more authentic than it was prior. If you go into ads and see who else is doing this now, we can look at this guy. This guy's name is Hunter Siroy. He has a YouTube channel. He's doing around 300 grand a month at the moment with his agency called Infinity Box. And what he's been doing is he's very low budget, very easy to create ads. Let me pull one up right here. Where he's just talking with the TikTok green screen, scrolling through testimonials behind him. And it's been doing so well for him. It's been bringing in so much new cash for 2 reasons. One, he's not desperate. He's clearly good at what he does because he's showing it, so the people feel like there's a very high likelihood that he's achieving it. He's building a lot of trust. And 2, it's like natively on the platform. It's the type of thing that we would see if we're just scrolling from our friends or whoever else on TikTok or Instagram Reels. Oh, wrong one. And it makes it so much easier because people relate to it so much more because they trust it. We're going to trust the raw reality before everyone copied it now. We're going to trust the ads like this because they're a lot more real. And the same thing applies to outreach. Like, I know somebody right now, shout out you if you're watching this, but he's just starting out. He's only cold calling. His cold calling book rate, he was booking basically 2, 3 meetings a week from what I understood, to signing 3 clients a week as soon as he became a real person on his cold calls. And the secret to that was just making them laugh on the calls. And when people laugh in the first intro of the cold call, all of their sales resistance goes down, because all of a sudden, instead of somebody that they have to protect their information from so they don't get sold over the phone, you're just a cool dude who gave them a call, who's actually humorous. They're a real person. They treat you as a real person. And when they look at you like a real person, like we look at Sandra Stage's Raw Reality as a real person, or Hunter Seroy as a real person, you get a lot higher click-through rate, cheaper leads, and lower conversion cost than anything else. So how do we actually do this with ads? First, we need to break it down to the 3 reasons why these actually work so you can apply it to yourself. First thing, you need to increase in your prospect's mind the likelihood of you succeeding. For example, 1 billion testimonials behind Hunter Seroy's ads. 2, a lot of social proof in your past. For example, I have an ad that may or may not be up at that time where I'm just saying that I've made my clients $10 million because I genuinely have. And the way that I say it isn't like, I made my clients $10 million and here's exactly. No, I don't talk like that. I'm chill. I'm relaxed. I don't really yell. I don't have tonality when I speak. So in my ads, I'm just on my phone, like selfie style. It's like, what's up, guys? I made my clients X amount of money, and here's how. And then I reduce the risk. So I say, you're not going to pay me. You're only going to pay me when X, but it's actually real. This is why we're doing it, giving logic to the things that are usually a bait and switch. And then it's been crushing. And every single person, let me put my laptop back down. Every single person who comes through trusts me so much more because I told the truth on the ad. It's not going to work if it's not actually what happens. If you're saying, for example, in this example of an ad right here that follows the sequence that I used in the last video, pay per qualified life insurance appointment, and then you come through and then you try and sell them on $10,000 up front for some other bullshit, they're not going to buy it. It's not going to work because you weren't genuinely real, and people can feel that up front, whether it's with cold calling or with ads. You just need to show enough proof and be a real person that you know what you're talking about. You're a genuine expert, and they'll do it. And the result, $895 spent, turning into $5,000 cash collected for 2 clients of $2,500 each, and those are recurring revenue coming from them. So it's amazing for ads and outreach, but how can we also apply this to offers? Easiest way to say this is align your goals with the client. The reason why Hunter's ads work really well, the reason why the Raw Reality video did well, is because the consumer, the person seeing the ad, the viewer on YouTube, the viewer on the Facebook ad, their goals are aligned. So if you're going to say pay per deal in your ad, which a lot of people do in my niche, it works okay, but it's pretty saturated at this point. Your ad's going to do good, but you're only going to get qualified people if they understand that you're an expert, that they trust you're going to be able to make it happen, and you actually do it. You don't just bait and switch them into some retainer, because even if they sign on, they're not going to trust you from the jump. It's not going to work long term. Second thing, if it's pay per appointment, actually do it. And with both of these things, I know people who charge setup fees. They say pay per deal and then charge a setup fee and then actually charge per deal. But as long as you tell them before the demo, you cannot lie to these people. If you lie to them, it will not work. But if they jump onto the demo knowing, okay, it is pay per deal, but there is a setup fee, and they're okay with that and they jump on, they're going to like you, they're going to trust you, they're going to buy. And the ad was telling the truth, you were telling the truth the whole way through, and they're never shocked. They're never not going to buy. They're never not going to get mad at you at the end of the call. And it works. You can offer a free trial, but you actually have to do the free trial if that's part of your easy offer. You can do a retainer and tell people that you're charging a retainer. In that case, it's less of like an offer, and it's more so them buying into you as a person. For example, after a certain point in the industry, I've put out, I think 80 to 150K. I don't know exactly what it is in B2B ad spend. So most roofers at this point have seen my face. When they jump on a call with me, they know who I am or know my name, or they've talked to a marketing agency and told them they were going to speak with me, and my competition said I was good. So I have the right to essentially charge these now, but only because their likelihood of success is really strong working with me, and I get them to trust, and there is a performance aspect to my offer as well, which lets them know that I want to make them more money to make me more money. works so good both ways. Final thing here that will help you guys so much to not only get the new revenue, but keep that revenue coming back from those clients you signed is easy client retention. So basically how it goes is if you don't bait and switch, like I was talking about in those offers, do something that's real. Genuinely be yourself, show your product, show that you're an expert, show that you're good at what you do, show that you can actually help them without being the same Iman minion that every single other person is being. And then if you can transfer that, they start to trust you when you're setting expectations on the onboarding after they close them, because you haven't lied to them, you haven't tricked them like most people do at this point in the sales process. So when you say, hey, it's going to be 2 months when you get results, they're actually going to wait 2 months to give you results. And if they give you more time, they're actually going to get better results. And if they're getting good results, they're going to make more money and stay with you for longer. It is a really big circle that all starts from just not looking the same as everyone else does, because every single other person in their mind is essentially lying with this stuff. So I'll leave it at that. Essentially, old way of SMMA was very highly edited. It was a lot of other things that were not super beneficial to the client. But if you can genuinely just show that the raw reality essentially of what you're doing, show the real you, the real impact of your product through case studies or your genuine tonality or just using words that show expertise in the space on a cold call or a B2B ad, you're going to get more cheap leads. And then on the sales call, if you don't lie to him, if you actually keep your offer true the entire way through, sorry, I had to move the lights in my face a little bit, more people will buy from you. And then when they buy from you, it's easier for them to stay and it's easier for them to trust you and it's easier for you to get them results because of that. However, I'm pretty sure this raw reality meta that I've been doing with my agency and a lot of my boys have been doing as well will die out soon, as a bunch of people who don't understand marketing are going to have to copy us and get on it as well. So you have probably a few months before this becomes much, much more saturated. So get on it when you can. With that being said though, hope you enjoyed. If you do want to work with me one-on-one to scale your agency, I'll help you implement the kind of 3-step scaling framework that I used within my own agency to help out. There's a link below. You don't have to click it. It's just if you want to scale faster, like I did hiring mentors, 100% go for it. If not, just continue to enjoy the free content that I'm going to put up on the channel for you guys, and I'll see you.